Yo, we're back! So today, I'm going to be going over the best dungeon sets for each class for 50 million coins. So basically, early to mid-game dungeons. If you find this video enjoyable or informative, please consider leaving a like or subscribing, as it does help me out a lot. Without further ado, let's start the video. Starting off with the Archer class. You're going to want to get yourself 3/4 Shadow Assassin armor, which at the time of recording costs roughly 7.1 million coins, and a Zombie Knight chestplate. This will ensure that you deal good damage while still being able to survive floors like floor 4s and floor 5s and maybe even floor 6. The real cost of this set comes from the bow. Your main weapon is going to be the Juju short bow. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it, which will put you back around 33 to 35 million coins. But trust me, this bow's overpowered. You're also going to want to get either a legendary or epic skeleton pet depending on how many coins you have left. The skeleton pet increases your bow damage in dungeons, allows your arrows to bounce around, a bunch of other things. And finally, your talisman forges are going to be strong on your legendary talismans, strange on your epic talismans, and then shaded on all your other ones. This should give you a good basis for what the archer meta will be in dungeons. For Berserker, it's really easy. You're going to copy exactly what I said for the archer class, except for the Juju shortbow and the skeleton pet. With Berserker, you definitely want to get both the Livid Dagger and the Flower of Truth, as well as a Baby Yeti pet for survivability. It's pretty simple. It's just you do your normal damage reforges, as well as their normal damage armor, add a Baby Yeti pet, and boom, you'll have survivability as a Berserker. Now this class is tough. Healer is a tough class to start off with because there's not many good early game items for it. But to start with Healer, you're going to want to use a Mender's Fedora, which is around 650,000 coins, as well as a Dungeonized Perfect chestplate of the highest tier you can use. Let's just say tier 10 for example. That will cost you 8 million coins and it will give you lots of defense when inside of dungeons. This brings our Healer total to 8.7 million coins so far. Now the leggings and boots can really be any armor set you want, depending on your playstyle. You can get Shadow Assassin for Berserker Healer Fusion class, or something like Super Heavy Armor for Tank Healer Fusion class. Now the weapon for a healer should really be something you can provide support with, like a Livid Dagger or Flower of Truth, so if you're a richer player, get both, but I suggest starting with a Livid Dagger. This will cost around 7 million to 11 million coins, depending on if it's recombobulated or not, so pick which one you want. It can be anywhere in between there, it doesn't really matter. Now the pet you should use for a healer is a Baby Yeti pet, which at level 1 will cost you 16 million coins, so if you don't mind leveling up your pet a little bit, this is a really good pet to use and it's incredibly overpowered. I also suggest buying a Florid Zombie Sword and a Manaflux Power Orb so you're able to give your teammates the healing that they will need in dungeons. For the tank class, you're going to use the same armor as the healer and same weapons, only difference being that you're going to want to use the expensive Blue Whale pet for more health. And finally, the class I'm sure we've all been waiting for, Mage. I myself have always played as a mage, and I can tell you, finding a mage setup for under 50 million coins is not easy. Mage is by far the most expensive class to play in dungeons, however, I have one that I used to use, and it served me fairly well. For the armor, you should get a Necromancer Lord chestplate and a Necromancer Lord leggings for 12 mil combined. You're going to want Dungeonized Perfect boots at the highest tier you can use, and either Dark Goggles or Wither Goggles depending on your Catacombs level. This will give you so much mana you're not even going to know what to do with it, and it's great for survivability. Your main weapon will be a Spirit Scepter, which are around 10 million coins now. It does great area of effect damage, and it's very good for clearing. The pet you're going to want to use is one main pet, and it's the Legendary Sheep pet. It's very good for mana, and very good for dealing high burst damage in dungeons. The Talisman Reforge you're going to want for right-click Mage is Demonic, but if you find that you're running out of mana too quickly, switch it to Bazaar. And that's about it. That's a class setup for each class for around 50 million coins. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.